Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're really glad you're here today.
Yes, welcome back. If you've ever been asked to speak about a topic for 5 minutes in English and your mind suddenly went blank, today's lesson is exactly for you.
We're going to teach you how to talk about any topic for 5 full minutes, clearly, naturally, and confidently, even if your English isn't perfect.
This is super useful for presentations, interviews, speaking tests, meetings, and classroom speaking tasks.
And don't worry, you don't need big vocabulary or advanced grammar. You just need a simple structure. Today, we'll give you that structure step by step.
We'll also give you sentence patterns, examples, and a full model talk so you can practice right away.
Let's get started. First, here's the biggest mistake learners make when asked to speak for 5 minutes.
They try to speak without a plan.
Exactly. They start talking, finish their idea in 40 seconds, and then panic.
Silence feels very long when you're the one speaking.
So the secret is not better English. The secret is structure.
Think of your 5-minute talk like a simple 5-part sandwich.
Yes. Here's the formula. Part 1, introduction. Part 2, background. Part 3, main points. Part 4, example or story. Part 5, opinion plus closing.
If you speak about each part for about 1 minute, you easily reach 5 minutes.
Let's go through each part slowly.
Part 1, the introduction.
This is where you say what your topic is and why you're talking about it.
Keep it simple. Use patterns like, today I'd like to talk about. The topic I'm going to talk about is, I'm going to share some thoughts about.
Example, today I'd like to talk about my favorite hobby, photography, and why it's important in my life.
That already gives you 20-30 seconds of speaking time.
Don't rush. Speak slowly and clearly. Part 2, background.
Now you give basic information about the topic.
Answer simple questions. What is it? When did it start? How did you get involved? Why does it exist?
Example, I started photography about 3 years ago when I bought my first camera. At the beginning, I only took pictures when I traveled, but later it became a regular hobby.
Notice past tense plus simple sentences plus timeline. Very easy English.
This part can easily last 1 full minute if you add details.
Part 3, main points.
This is where you give 2-3 key ideas about your topic.
Never try to give 10 points. That makes you rush.
Just say, there are 3 main things I like about it. There are 2 important reasons. Let me mention a few key points.
Example, there are 3 reasons I enjoy photography. First, it helps me relax. Second, it makes me more creative. Third, it allows me to capture special moments.
Now here's the trick. Explain each point.
Yes, many learners list points but don't explain them.
Watch this. First, it helps me relax because when I take photos, I focus only on the scene and forget about stress.
1 point equals 2-3 sentences minimum.
That's how you stretch your speaking time naturally.
Part 4, example or story.
This is the time builder section. Stories make your talk longer and more interesting.
Use signal phrases like, for example, one time, I remember a situation when, last year.
Example. For example, last year I visited a mountain town and spent 2 hours taking sunrise photos. It was cold and difficult, but the pictures turned out amazing.
Stories slow you down in a good way, and listeners enjoy them.
Even a small story adds 60-90 seconds.
Part 5, opinion and closing.
Now you give your personal view and finish smoothly.
Use phrases like, in my opinion, I believe, for me, to sum up, that's why.
Example. In my opinion, everyone should have a creative hobby like photography because it reduces stress and helps you see beauty in everyday life. That's why it's such an important part of my routine.
That gives you a confident ending instead of stopping suddenly.
Now let's combine everything into a mini 5-minute style answer. Listen to the flow.
I'll demonstrate. Today, I'd like to talk about my favorite hobby, which is photography. I started it about 3 years ago when I bought my first camera. At first, it was just something I did on vacations, but over time, it became a regular activity. There are 3 main reasons I enjoy photography. First, it helps me relax because I focus on the moment instead of my worries. Second, it improves my creativity since I look at ordinary things from different angles. Third, it helps me keep memories. For example, last year I traveled to the countryside and took photos of local markets and people. Later, when I looked at those pictures, I realized they told a story of the place. In my opinion, hobbies like photography are very valuable because they give us both skills and happiness. That's why I plan to continue improving in it.
And that, spoken slowly, is already close to 5 minutes.
Next, we'll teach you time expansion techniques, how to keep talking naturally when you feel you're running out of ideas.
These are lifesavers in speaking tests and presentations.
Ready? Let's continue. All right, let's talk about time expansion techniques, how to keep speaking naturally when you feel like you're running out of ideas.
This is one of the biggest fears when speaking for 5 minutes. You think, I've said everything already.
But the truth is, you usually haven't. You just need the right tools to expand your ideas.
We'll show you 4 simple techniques that anyone can use, even with basic English.
Technique 1. Add reasons why. The first technique is asking yourself why.
Every time you say something, you can add a reason.
For example, instead of saying, I like working remotely,
Expand it. I like working remotely because it saves time, reduces stress, and allows me to focus better.
you can even go further. This is important to me because I value work-life balance.
1 idea, 2 reasons, explanation equals more time.
Technique 2. Add effects. What does it cause?
The second technique is talking about results or effects.
Ask yourself, what happens because of this?
Example, I exercise regularly.
Expanded. I exercise regularly, and as a result, I have more energy during the day and feel less stressed. You can also use phrases like, this leads to, this results in, because of this.
These phrases naturally make your answer longer and clearer.
Technique 3. Compare. Before versus now.
This one is very powerful. Comparison. Talk about before and after.
Example. Before I started learning English, I was afraid to speak.
Expanded. Now I feel more confident and I can express my ideas more clearly in meetings.
Comparison adds depth and shows progress. Interviewers and teachers love that.
Technique 4. Add a simple opinion. Even if you already gave an opinion, you can add another layer.
Use phrases like, I think this is important because I believe this is useful in today's world. From my point of view.
Example. I believe communication skills are important, especially in international workplaces.
One sentence, but very strong.
Now let's apply these techniques to a random topic so you can see how flexible this method is.
Let's choose a simple topic, food.
I'll start. Today, I'd like to talk about my favorite food, which is homemade pasta. I started enjoying it when I learned how to cook during the pandemic. There are 2 main reasons I like it. First, it's comforting and reminds me of family meals. Second, it's very flexible because you can change the ingredients easily. For example, last weekend, I cooked pasta for my friends and everyone enjoyed it. As a result, we spent more time together talking and relaxing. In my opinion, food is not just about eating, it's about connection. That's why homemade meals are very important to me.
That's already around 4 to 5 minutes when spoken slowly. Now let's talk about what to do when your mind goes blank while speaking.
This happens to everyone, even native speakers.
The key is not to panic. Instead, use filler phrases.
Useful fillers include, let me think for a moment. That's an interesting question. What I'd like to add is, another point worth mentioning is,
These phrases give your brain time, and they sound natural.
another lifesaver tip, rephrase what you just said.
Yes, repetition with variation is completely acceptable.
Example, this experience helped me grow. It made me more confident and independent.
You're not repeating, you're reinforcing. Now let's do a full 5-minute speaking model using today's structure. Imagine this is a speaking test or presentation. I'll speak slowly and clearly. Today, I'd like to talk about the importance of learning English. English has become a global language, and it is used in many areas, such as business, education, and travel. I started learning English when I was in school, but at that time I focused mainly on grammar. Later, I realized that communication is more important than perfection. There are 3 main reasons why learning English is valuable. First, it creates more job opportunities, especially in international companies. Second, it allows people to communicate with others from different cultures. Third, it gives access to information, such as books, videos, and online courses. For example, after improving my English, I was able to attend online workshops and understand international content more easily. As a result, I felt more confident and motivated. In my opinion, learning English is a long journey, but it is worth the effort. That's why I continue practicing every day.
Excellent. That's a clear 5-minute structure anyone can copy.
Before we finish, let's review the 5-minute speaking formula one last time.
1. Introduction, say what you're talking about. 2. Background, basic information. 3. Main points, 2 or 3 ideas. 4. Example or story. 5. Opinion and closing.
If you remember this structure, you will never run out of things to say.
Final practice tip, choose 1 topic every day and speak for 5 minutes.
Record yourself. Listen again. Improve one small thing.
Confidence comes from preparation and repetition.
If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
We post practical English lessons like this every day.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and don't be afraid of silence. You now know how to fill it.
See you in the next lesson.
Goodbye, everyone.